Hello everybody, my name is BJ Everett, and I made this channel so that I can share with you all the step-by-step journey of where I am and where I'm going to be in having weight loss surgery. I've come to the decision that I'm going to have RNY Gastric bypass. My surgeon is Leo Davidson at Village Surgical Associates, and my surgical date is now undetermined. I've gone through the process twice. Not the surgery, the process leading up to surgery, and I have been at the very end of the process both times. And the very first time that I saw a surgeon was November of 2012. Today's date is October the 4th, 2013. So next month will be an exact year that, it'll be an exact year that I began. It'll be an exact year from the day that I set foot in a surgeon's office seeking information about bariatric surgery. But nonetheless, the main reason for me making this video is to share a lot of things that I've gone through within this past year that I don't want anyone else to have to go through. It's been very hard because in your mind you kind of mentally prepare yourself that, in this month I'm going to have this surgery and I'm going to be healed by this date so I can go here with my family. Or at least that's just how I was. And then before you know it, there's another hang up and you still don't have the surgery. But like I said, I digress. Where I am right now, I've had all of my blood work, a lot of blood work. I've had an atrial blood gas, which hurts very badly. I'll go ahead and warn you. I've had an EKG, actually two. Both of them came back normal. I've had an upper GI. I had an ultrasound. And let's see what else. Oh, psychological evaluation and a dietitian evaluation. And all of that I will explain more later on in this video and why I am now where I am in the process. I started out, like I said, in November of 2012. I was living in Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is Camp Lejeune. I was working at a sleep clinic there, and I was doing sleep studies. Jacksonville is about 75% Marine and their family, about 75% military affiliated. And my surgeon at that time was John Pender at ECU Physicians, East Carolina University in Greenville, North Carolina. Greenville is about, I'll say an hour if you drive like I do from Jacksonville. At that point I had to, November was when I saw him. I had to go back within a month after I had some tests. I think it might have been blood work, and then after that he referred me out to a lot of different places. Nonetheless, by the time everything was done, it was January. I went to go see my primary care physician in January to get her letter of approval, and then also I had a chest x-ray, and I think that was about it. And then I was booked for March. I can't remember the exact date, but it was in March. Okay, mind you, I started working in Jacksonville in June of 2012. I hated the job so much that from August until March I was applying for another position. And to my luck, in March I was accepted for the position that I had been wanting forever. And so I had the decision to go along with my surgery as planned and continue to work in hell, or to work where I always wanted to work, a place that I knew I would like to be at, because I done my clinicals at this place, and I knew all the office staff. I knew how everything operated. And not only that, it was in the hometown where my family is. And in Jacksonville, I was there alone. I didn't have anyone except for a newfound best friend who was a Marine. But yeah, I chose ultimately to move back to Fayetteville, and I accepted the position that was offered. And from that point, my insurance went from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, which some may say is the best insurance to have for bariatric, and I switched to Cigna, which a lot of us may call the worst insurance to have for bariatric. So a lot of the the requirements, they changed. And so I talked to the surgeon in Greenville, and they told me this: okay, you can still come here and have your surgery. All of your blood work it doesn't expire. All of your blood work and exams, they don't expire until a year, so you're fine. Insurance is still accepted for a year. Not the case. That was the case with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, but it was not the case for Cigna. We're going to get to that in a minute. But ultimately, I decided I didn't want to have the surgery because I didn't want to have to drive 2.5 hours from Greenville after I have a surgery back to my parents' house where I would be staying until I healed. And I just didn't want to have that 2.5 hour drive. So I chose a surgeon, Dr. Davidson at Village Surgical Associates. I chose him. Really liked him a lot. We began the process again. The only thing that I had to go through again was a 3-month supervised diet. And after 3 months, by that time, it was August. 2 months ago now, it was August. I waited until the middle of September before I even got a letter back from the supervised diet, and we submitted insurance on August the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So, waiting, and I finally get frustrated, and so August the 30th, I called. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that was a weekend, and I spoke with someone. They were like, well, just that Friday, your file had been sent over to the nurse for nurse review or possibly medical director review. And I'm like, is that a usual process? Because I never heard anyone online saying that, theirs had to go for a review like that. And they said no, that means that it's something they saw in your file that they're that they couldn't determine, which is the approval board, if I was approved or denied, and so they sent it to someone higher up that could. And then on Monday, I received a phone call from Cigna. I missed it because I had just gotten off and I was asleep. But I did receive a phone call around 12 o'clock from my surgeon's office, and it was the insurance lady. She said, well, Brandon, I have some news for you. And the way she said, I was kind of excited. I was like, okay, tell me I'm approved. She was like, no, they denied you. And so, it really didn't faze me at that point because I knew, I know it's not the end of the road. I'm trying to stay positive. But she said the reason why they denied me was because unlike Blue Cross Blue Shield's requirements, Cigna, everything expires after 6 months. So I had to go through the psychological visit and the dietitian visit again. And also on top of that, my surgeon had already written a letter stating that she approved for me to have the surgery, and she referred me to the bariatric surgeon. That didn't do it. They needed another letter from her saying that I was medically fit to have the surgery and I needed medical clearance. And so at that point, they began referring me out to different places. So, like I said, today is October the 4th, 2013. On Monday the 7th, I have an appointment to go see my primary care physician again to be surgically cleared medically cleared for surgery. And then on Wednesday, I have a visit with the dietitian. And then on Thursday, I have a visit with psych. And so maybe sometime next week, I will be able to submit for my appeal. And by that point, it'll be around October the 15th. And so we're getting close on another year. A year from the date that I originally started. And I will say that, like, my highest weight that I've ever been is 365 pounds, and that was when I graduated high school. Whenever I was kind of frustrated with everything, and the point where I really put my mind to losing weight, I got all the way down to 280, and that was the lowest that I've ever been. And for some people, they're like, "Gosh, that's still heavy." But for me, I felt good. But then I kept it all off until I got the job here in Fayetteville, and then I started gaining weight again. But right now, I'm up to 320. So 30 pounds. Wait, that's bad math. 40 pounds from the point where I was after I lost all the weight. So I almost have gained it all back. But I see myself doing it at night. Slurping down, Starbucks teas and all kinds of stuff to keep myself awake because I work a third shift job. But nonetheless, that's where I am right now in the process. Also, if your insurance company ever tells you that they do not have bariatric coverage for you, most of the time it's not true. Whenever I went to the new surgeon, they contacted my insurance and they said that I did not have bariatric coverage. And I asked to talk to someone higher up, except for because I kept getting the call center people. I asked to speak to someone that was on the approval board, and they connected me with someone, and she said, "Well, if your doctor does write a letter saying that it's medically necessary for your health, then you will be approved. We can't deny you, more or less." And so that's another thing that I want to let you all know. Don't feel like you hit a brick wall whenever they tell you that you don't have that benefit. You pay for insurance every month. And even those of you that don't have to pay for insurance, there's still options there for you to have it. And just stay encouraged, because I will say throughout all of this, it's been a lot of down times. I've been sad a lot, but a lot of times I've also been happy because I know that very soon, I'm the closest I've ever been to being approved, but I know very soon it's going to all be over and I'm going to have this surgery and I'm going to start losing a lot of weight and I'm going to finally be happy. And that brings me to my last point. Whenever you're having this surgery, make sure that you're having it for yourself. If you're having it because someone called you fat and your boyfriend, he left you because you're fat, then you should cancel all of your appointments right now, because you're not having it for yourself, you're having it for someone else. Me personally, I'm having the surgery because I want to finally be happy. I have friends that they love my personality. I can get along with pretty much anyone, but I want to love myself the way my friends love me. And I hate to make it sound so depressing, but that's really the truth behind the whole story. But that's where I want to be. I just want to be happy. And after living my entire life as a fat child, as a fat teen, as a fat adult, I'm ready to finally be healthy. And I know I'll probably never be skinny, but at least I'll be to a point where I can manage my weight. And I could possibly, build some muscle and, just be fit. I just want to experience it. And more than anything, I want it for my health. I don't want to die young. I'm on the road to disaster. Believe me, I eat a lot. I eat when I'm happy. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I hang out with my friends. I eat when I'm home by myself. I eat, I eat, I eat. That's what I do. And it's not just small meals. It's dinners, you know. But like I said, just stay encouraged. And if you all have any questions, comment right down there. And just look for more videos soon. I'll post another video on Monday. Alright, you all have a good evening, good day, whatever. Bye.